Hey everybody, this is John Ziemba, and in this video what we're going to focus on is how to create a flyer in Designs. So all we need to do to start off is to log into KW Command. That's agent.kw.com. We will click on the red KW in the top left hand corner. When the menu pops out, we will then click on Designs. Once we click on Designs, what we'll notice it says My Design Templates. I think a better name for this page is actually should be called My Save Designs, because these are designs that you've previously created. Now all you need to do is to create a brand new design is to click the plus sign in the bottom right hand corner. In this case, since we're doing a flyer, we're going to choose print. When we click on print, it will load, and what we will notice is that on the left hand side we will see different subject matter that we have access to. So we will see items like for sale. Like an example here, we have these different headings, but for listings, we have for sale, just listed, price update. We have all these different options here. We have things for listings, buyers, lead gen, business basics, and the KW app. All we need to do in this case, we're going to use for sale. So we're going to pick the for sale category. Once we pick the for sale category, we're going to pick, well, what type of format do we want? In this case, we're going to do a flyer letter. So this is 8.5 by 11. Keep in mind, I do also have 11 by 17 options here if anybody's interested. I'm just going to hover over the middle design here, and I'm going to click use. And that's going to bring this design up. And now I can start to edit this design. So anytime I want to edit the information, I can simply click on a text box and I can start to type right in there. I find it can be a little bit difficult to type in there, so there is a typewriter option up at the top where I can easily just come in and delete and type in the information as I needed. If I need to zoom in on the flyer, I can just use the zoom in the bottom right hand corner. That will allow me to make things a little bit easier to see. Okay, in the top right hand corner I have the redo and the undo buttons here, so after I make a change, if I made a mistake I can undo it, or if I want to redo something I can here. In the top right area I have the file name, so we could just say for sale and then put 123 Main Street, right? So once we have for sale, we can put the address there. Anytime we need to save, we can come over here and click save. What you will notice is that it should auto save as well, but just in case, if you want to click on file save, you can as well. If you need to replace any of the different items and you have an item in your library, so like the logos, one of the options we can do is we can replace the DBA logo. Okay, so I've clicked on and I've chosen the DBA logo, and when I go over on the left hand side I will see the logos category, and I can easily click replace logo and then reposition that logo as I needed. This is easy to do also with my headshot. If I need to do that, I can easily hit replace image. And again, once I have it selected, you'll notice that when I hover over the photo, I have the replace image option. If I don't have an item selected or don't have a photo, it just says use image, and that's just going to put that in the middle of your screen. And you can hit the delete key anytime that you do that, and you can delete that. Now, let's just say we have a property like this, and we know the property is listed on the MLS, and we want to change the photos. One of the options we have is when we click on we have sometimes we have to click on a photo to get the KWLS option here. But what we can do is we can search for the KWLS. Okay. And what I notice is that sometimes when you hit return, it doesn't give me, it'll keep refreshing the results if I hit it again. So in this case, we're going to do 1255 Countryside, and I'm going to select this listing here. Now, if I want to replace the main photo, all I need to do is do the same process. I can click on the photo, and then I can hit the replace image option, and it will replace that image directly from my MLS photos directly into the piece. I'm going to do that again for here, and we can just choose another option. So I've replaced all three photos here. Okay. But let's just say maybe I'm getting ready to do an open house, or I'm creating a flyer and I can't quite remember the listing information. So here is the listing details tab up at the top. This is all the information from the MLS, so I can see things like bedrooms, bathrooms. Keep in mind that depending on your area, 3 bathrooms actually counts toilets, right? So in case this actually has 3 bathrooms, but it's 2 full baths and 1 half baths. If I need the full description of the property, you can see I'm just going to choose this particular box here and I'm going to replace it with that. And you will see now I have the full description of the property. And then if I need to edit it, I can just come over to the typewriter and I can just edit that. In this case, what I will do is I'm going to make a couple bullet points here just for this example. So I edited this here and then I'm just going to add it here. I'm going to edit and then so I'm just picking a few points here. You can see how easy this is. I'm just going to delete that right there. Okay, so I just put five bullet points here. I hit save changes and you can see it's now created the bullet points and I can sit there and maneuver this any way that I want to do. Now, if I want to add bullet points to an item like that, all I need to do is come over here and click on the bullet points option, and you will notice that it has now created bullet points. And I may need to maneuver some of this or change the wording to make sure that it's spaced there, so that I just have however I want it there. Now I can simply come over here again. If I want to edit the information, I can come up to the typewriter. I find that's the easiest option here. All right. I mean, I just find that that's really easy. Okay, so I've edited the information here. And just if I wanted to make this a legit flyer, because so you can see how quickly this is, I can come up here and I can select the address. And if I have that field over here on the left-hand side, okay, when I select the text box, I can again use the same option here to change that. Now keep in mind that for some reason the property address in most of the counties, because the way the MLS is, it doesn't have the state. If that's important to you, make sure you add it in there. I can hit save changes and now I've added the address. Now the only thing I need to add is uh, uh, all I need to do is add the information here. Now if I wanted to see the information, I'm hovering over it, so it was updated in 2020. So I'm going to edit this information right here. So I'm going to say updated in 2020. All right, for square footage, I think I had that here, so I can say 2,496 square feet, 3 bedrooms, in our area it's common to say 2.1 bathrooms, and that the sale price is 293,000. Okay, so I'm easily just putting that information in there, not 2 million. And now I've basically done the whole flyer in this video. I've done everything I need to do. I put my bullet points in here. I've added my information. I've added my photo. I've added my brokerage. I've changed the photos as needed. I've added in all the personalized information and the address for the property. Now all I need to do this is, again, I always make sure I click save before I do anything so that it saves it. I have the ability to just simply come over here and click on download, and I can start to download, and that will download a PDF of this particular property. Okay, sometimes it takes a minute to get started. You'll see that it just started right there. I also have the option, if I want to share it directly from here on Facebook, I can do that. So I can just select Facebook. It will create a post that will access this link here. So this link is also, sometimes it takes a minute or two to develop. What you see is this is a preview link, or this is a link to the actual flyer. So if you wanted to send this to a client and say, hey, I'm created this flyer, I just wanted to get any input, make sure I got everything right, you could just send them the link. They'll open that up. They don't have to download a PDF or open up a PDF or anything on their phone. And you'll notice what we've downloaded the PDF in the top right hand corner. Now I can click open. It's open as a PDF, and I can print it as I needed to, or whatever I needed to do for the particular property. So this is basically an overview on how to create a flyer. We've created one for a property, and I think this would be very helpful for you, and it's pretty easy to do.